Welcome back, swordsman, to Kingdom Hearts: Dawn of Fractured Memory. Last we left off, our heroes finally got around to sealing the rift in the Boiling Isles, going through all the vision areas of how the Cult of Shadows likes to just mess around with stuff. After sealing the rift, they all decided to, instead of just taking a break, they all actually just decided to go out and seize the moment and continue on to their next mission. This mission took them to a sort of foresty hill-like area, which at first seemed abandoned, but then they were greeted by three people in orange shirts who claimed to be demigods. They then were given access to a somehow hidden location that was not just full of forest, but full of other crazy-ass stuff, because, hey, it's Kingdom Hearts. They then were taken to see the director of the quote-unquote camp, who turned out to be none other than a hashtag man horse. The man horse introduced himself as Chiron the Centaur and offered to give our players a tour of the location which is known as Camp Half-Blood. And that is where we are now. Boy howdy, this is going to be interesting. I haven't read Percy Jackson for a hot minute, so some of this stuff might be out of date. Some of it might be in date. Just go with it. So,
I have read.
yeah. So, starting off, basically, we're kind of where we are kind of left off. Chiron is walking around in his man horse. Was that wire?
Yeah, she says she'll just be late.
Okay.
Yeah, be there soon. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. So yeah, Chiron is just basically just giving you guys a tour of the area. He kind of showed you some of the more kind of like the training ground areas of the camp first. You got to see the Colosseum, the rock wall, which also spews lava and for some reason can also imitate earthquakes while you're climbing. There's he goes around to some of the other areas like the amphitheater where they can do a bunch of more of the artistic side of stuff. They've got an archery range. And he basically finishes the tour. Jeez, English. Come on. Finishes the tour at the cabins, which, as you look around at these, you can tell that they don't look the same at all. Like, one's decorated with like a bunch of greenery and flowers. One of it just looks like a Victoria's Secret decided to sponsor a summer camp. The other one looks a little bit more steampunky. The other one looks a little more arcane. Another looks like, well, death. All these cabins look like they have a variety of different themes around them. And they're all formed in this sort of rectangle. Chiron kind of basically takes you to like the center of this area, and he's like, and this here are all the cabins in which our campers reside. Each of these houses are dedicated to a different major or minor god in the Greek pantheon.
Huh. That's really interesting. What are the names of some of these gods?
Well, since you are familiar with the tale of Hercules and his trials, I'm sure you would recognize the big cabin over there. He points to one large one that's like on like one of the shorter ends of the rectangle that only sits like two large cabins, and the one he points to is sort of like a more is probably the biggest, but it also is decorated with a sort of cloudy, thundery motif. That one there is dedicated to Zeus, the leader of the Olympians. He points over to the cabin filled with greenery. That one over there is dedicated to Demeter. Sorry. Dried cranberries. Very delicious. He points over to the more steampunky one. That one there is for the children of Hephaestus. He points to the one that just basically looks like death. And that one is dedicated to Hades, god of the underworld.
Isui shivers a little bit at the mention of Hades. And
Yeah. No, like I said before, you and Ken are very well versed in Sora's stories through the Olympus Coliseum and encountering Hades.
okay. Or gods. I guess I will say. So you mentioned these campers are children of the gods. Um, how how question mark? How did that happen?
Well, throughout history, the gods have always seemed to have found relations with mortals, spawning some of the greatest warriors in history. Hercules being one, Perseus being another. But even while that is in the ancient time, is in ancient history, the gods, well, still haven't lacked their infatuation with mortals. And some of them have just kind of have had multiple relationships with mortals throughout the years, and even still to this day.
Huh. That's interesting. This is definitely a beautiful place, Kyron. Um, where, where did it get its start? How did all of this come to be?
Well, this camp in particular has been around ever since, well, for as long as America has held the seat of power as being the leading force of Western civilization.
Well, thank you for the tour. Man, this place is just lovely.
Of course. Now, unfortunately, I have an archery lesson to teach in quite a bit, but you are free to roam around and talk with some of the other campers. See if anything here might interest you. All we have here is well, you could say at your disposal.
Huh. Well, thank you again, and wish you luck with the archery.
He nods his head. No, go ahead.
Sorry. I say, do you know anyone who?
Sorry.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Uh, do you know anyone who might want to be up for a sword fight? I just want to train my fighting prowess with somebody who knows how to actually, fight. I'm saying this in kind of like in like with Tempest and Locust in the back of my mind.
Kyron chuckles and he's like, "Well, if it's a straight-on fight you want, I'm sure any of the children children of Ares would be more than willing to pro- uh, provide you a worthy opponent. Some of them most likely might be over at the Colosseum." He points to a circular building on the east side of the camp.
Well, thank you.
He nods his head and makes his way to another part of the camp.
I whisper to, or I guess I just I don't have to whisper. I'll say to Ken, "You gonna fight a kid? Are you?"
Hey, they're not much older than I. They're not much younger than I am. It's not like I'm like a 30-year-old taking on like a 7-year-old. Okay.
I mean, it almost is. I mean,
We fine. They look pretty young, and like old enough to fight.
just please don't hurt these kids.
I won't hurt them as long as they block. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I will hold back. But if they show any sort of like like if they prove to be like really powerful, then I'm gonna have to go a step up my game. Okay. I'll start out easy though.
Okay,
But who knows? They might end up kicking my butt.
pinky promise.
I promise, and I do not pinky. I just pat her on the head and I move past her.
It's the
You want to come
honorary
along?
pinky code. Alright.
You want to come along with us? With me, Asta?
Sure, I could probably use the training.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way to the Coliseum. Eastway, which way you head?
I guess I will also follow along with them. But I'm just gonna watch.
All right.
I don't want to hurt these kids.
You don't want to hurt the kids. Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way over to the Coliseum. You see that it's this grandiose arena style, like Greek styled arena. There's like there's like a stone benches like bordering the whole arena, but I mean they're also a little more comfortable because I mean, come on. This isn't ancient Greece anymore. They don't want to just sit on stone for the rest of their life.
Marble.
Yeah, stone, marble, it's the same thing.
Well, no, I was saying like stone and marble because that's their thing.
Yeah.
The Infinity Marbles. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Stop. All right.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you do see that. Sorry, I'm multitasking right now because I didn't think this would happen.
Been there before.
Yeah. What am I? Oh, you bitch. You guys. Really? Really? You're making me do this? Okay, fine. Perfect.
When the technology fights back.
Pretty damn close. All right, so yeah, you guys do see that there are a bunch of sorry. You see that there are a bunch of campers that are in the arenas, sort of just like practicing their sword fighting skills and other such weaponry.
going to. Actually, I'll wait till later on. It's fine.
I'm gonna look around. Okay, so we're in the Coliseum itself, right? You said.
Yes, you guys are in the Coliseum right now.
All right, so I'm gonna look and okay, well, Ken wouldn't know what an Aries kid is, so he's just gonna be like,
No.
"So hey guys, I'm new here. Who wants to fight and train me? And my friend over here."
Okay.
I hope you're strong.
Oh, you're so screwed. You see, you see a bunch of them sort of turn towards you, slightly, or like they're not surprised that you're new, but sorry. Like I said, I'm multitasking right now, so let's just be basic with this.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, fine, that'll do. Alright, so yeah, you see a bunch of them sort of turn towards you, and,
I'm waving meanwhile, like, while they turn to me. Hi.
yeah, they head over, and, yeah, no, they walk over to you, and they're like, yeah, no, we can, we don't mind going a few, sparring rounds with you, if you don't mind. What's your name, kid?
And my friend also wants to participate.
Yeah, cool, no problem. Sure, we'll get, a couple of us can take you on.
Okay. And also, no need to provide our swords. I have my own. And he swans his keyblade.
They all kind of look in this. You see a couple of them look in awe, and you hear one kid be like, "Hey, wait a minute! What sort of metal is that? That's not celestial bronze, is it?"
I mean, I'm not sure what kind of metal it is, but I mean, taps the ground. It's pretty sturdy. Well, wait, where's my? Yeah, yeah, it's pretty sturdy. I'm not sure how metal works, but
You're just showing off.
Yeah, you recognize. Yeah, you're just showing off at this point. Where? Oh, there he is. Okay, cool. Yeah, you see one of the kids look at you, and he's like, and from his voice, you can recognize that he's one of the ones that you actually ran into last episode, one of the ones with the swords. And he's like, well, most people here use celestial bronze. It's one of the best ways to fight off against monsters and whatnot. But, I mean, if you just want to use your swords, then that's fine by us, I guess. And it's fine by us, right, guys? They all just kind of like nod their heads, and they're like, "Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's not like we're going to be fighting any monsters anytime soon."
And if need be, if my sword ends up being so weak to the point where it snaps on impact, I could just, probably use one of yours, if you don't mind.
Yeah, they nod, and sorry, I'm trying to see if I can figure out. Like, I didn't really expect this, so I'm trying to see if I can use one of the tokens that I have on hand to substitute. Yeah, it's gonna give me one sec. I need. How is that considered a fighter? Oh, it's just not loaded yet.
They've got action search.
You can use Terrestrial's token.
I missed that guy.
He sucked. But,
Uh, yeah, no, I have no freaking clue. Because none of these guys look young enough.
Oh god.
They're teenagers, basically.
We can.
Yeah, you're fighting teenagers.
We can.
Oh, God.
Never mind.
I mean, they're trained.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's true. They're like
gods.
It's even worse than it is.
They're gods.
demigods.
Practically.
Almost heaven. Da, 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 da.
Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Okay. So yeah, a couple of them make their way into the arena, or stay in the arena. The rest kind of make their way over to the bleachers. Screw it.
Can I do something before the battle begins, Mr. Gill?
What are you doing?
Of course, let me know if I can do this. I'm going to, I don't know.
Inflict wounds on Ken.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to decide.
Ishii just goes like, "Fuck you, Ken." Inflict wounds.
Oh my god.
No.
That's what I had in my head.
Okay. Who has... Oh god, okay. Who has the lower AC? Because I can give a little assistance.
What, between Ken and Asta?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely me. I have a 14.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and pat you on the shoulder, and if I may, I will cast Shield of Faith for +2 to AC.
Ooh.
Hey. Okay, I'll just keep it as that. Save settings. Save my settings.
Tom was in the military.
Copy.
That one sucked. I just want to throw that out there. I don't know why.
Okay,
So-
cool.
And then,
Yeah.
Gee.
I have
Oh,
one
that's
thing
sure.
that I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
let me do a second.
I also have these prepared for just in case if I need them in this fight. I only get 2 of them. So
You used to have one. You just keep, like, collecting more on your desk.
I might need them.
Catch 'em all, they say.
Yeah, you might, because surprisingly, this isn't going to be like what we did with Tempest and Locust.
Oh, so are we like roll and see who rolls the highest? We are actually gonna have an actual battle.
You're actually going to have an actual battle. So Isui, I'm guessing. Isui, I'm guessing you also head to the bleachers afterwards.
Yeah. One last thing. Of course, you don't have to let me do this if you don't want to. But here, I'm going to.
What?
It's just the last thing. I'm
Yes,
going
protection.
to pat Ken on the shoulder and be like, "All right, you were made for this. Just focus." Basically, I'm gonna be a boxing coach. I'm gonna be like, "You were made for this.
Oh my!
You got this. Just do what you did with Tempest and Locust."
So just
and-
kick ass.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. And I'm going to grant you bardic inspiration.
Ah, yes, the bard. Yeah, I've heard you
Yeah.
play songs before.
So you can add a
Yep.
d6 to any attack
Nope,
roll,
that'll work.
save, or ability check.
You said add 6 to any ability
You
check.
can roll a d6.
A
to-
D6.
Yeah, attack
Oh.
roll, save, or ability.
An attack roll, huh? And I can only use this once, or is that just like the entire battle?
Yeah, you can only use this one.
Just once.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well,
You know
with
what,
that
dude?
said, let me bring you over to the Coliseum
Yeah.
Ooh.
and roll initiative.
Oh my god.
How weird is it, Aceway, for you to actually like not be in the battle? Like you're actually just watching one commence.
It's cool. It's different.
Okay. Yeah, and for the sake of my sanity, I'm gonna have campers just both go at the same time.
Like Andrew and Dandrew, my friends.
Not, yeah.
I just love rolling
Eh.
initiative.
Who doesn't?
Hey, I used that. Good point.
Oh my god.
I don't know where
Okay.
I was going.
Come on, let me type in their initiative. Thank you.
I
Okay.
believe in you, buddy.
Well, the campers have the first initiative, and my dogs are barking. Yeah. All right. So first one is gonna make his way up to Ken, and he is going to start swinging a longsword. Holy!
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Yeah, that
Oh
hit.
my God! How
47
the?
Yeah, it did.
Wow! Jesus! That's 10 points of slashing damage.
That's doable. That's just a flesh wound.
He gets a second attack.
What?
Oh, God.
Why didn't you roll that before you rolled the damage? That will put my mind at ease at least. Oh God, go ahead.
Because that's how I roll.
Oh my God, I get the fuck.
It's a crit.
Oh,
On the bright side,
it's a
on the
crit
bright side, this is just training. Actually, that's not too much. I was
for
expecting-
another 9.
Okay, cool. That's nothing. That's that. I'll eat that for breakfast every morning. That's fun. That's fine.
Alright. Second one is going. Actually, he's not going to make his way over. He's actually going to use longbow on Asta for
yeah,
19.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
For 9 piercing, another longbow shot, and that one's not gonna hit. Ken, you're up.
Oh, thank gosh. Oh man, I've been waiting for this.
Get him, Ken.
Okay, let's go. I go up to him. He's a lot taller than me. I'm like, "Hello, sir."
He's not that much taller than you.
Oh, I thought it was anyway. Glory days. Yep, I'm gonna hit him with the glory days attack. Did not mean to roll advantage. Ignore that.
Let's see. Those both hit.
Whew.
Oh, damn. So that's 12 plus not. That's 21 damage.
21.
What's 9 plus 10?
21. Alright.
Come. Thank you. Christ.
Oh,
For my bonus action, I will be. What would I be doing? Constitution of an hour? Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go with a darkness hex.
oh.
Oh man.
On him.
Okay.
And that would be
Okay.
weird.
So
Say again.
all right. So he's hex now.
Yeah.
Asta, you're up.
I wasn't going to be vicious until I saw Ken. So I'm gonna go ahead and
was not being vicious.
use
I
your
was gonna be vicious, and
I'm
just
going
like I
to-
wasn't gonna be vicious, and then I saw Ken.
It took me down the same amount of health.
I'm going to rage and go into a frenzy.
Oh god.
Walk up, and I can only hit him twice this turn. But oh wait, I used the wrong longsword. I meant to use a +1. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
And then second hit.
Ow.
No.
Yeah.
So just
That's fair.
the 8 down. do 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 do. Let my computer load. Do 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 do. Okay, it's the campers' turns.
I grabbed the near shield though. I'm kidding.
Alright, yeah, this one's gonna go for another longsword attack. 17
At me or
at you, yeah.
yeah, that hits.
For
Okay.
7. Alright, then second longsword for 16.
That misses.
Alright, well, this guy's gonna use action surge.
Of course.
So-
he-
18 for 5.
Not much.
21.
Hang on a second. What? God damn it. All right, so hang on. Hey, let me keep track. Okay, -5. Okay, and then.
And then, so yeah, it's 7, 12. That's 20 full damage.
Well, I mean, I'm not dead. That's the good news. But then again, I don't want to be at this position either. See why I had to go all frenzy mode on him, Austin?
Look, I'm just saying.
Alright,
First one.
next one is gonna actually pull out a battle axe and start swinging at Asta.
That'll miss.
That'll miss. That'll miss
That'll-
again. He's also going to action surge.
Of course. That will hit.
That will hit. For 9, have to 4, because I'm pretty sure you're still raging.
Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
21.
Ah,
7 halved to 3. So you only take 7 full damage.
Not
at
bad.
least
Uh,
it wouldn't be that much.
Alright, Ken, you're up.
Okay. On your turn, okay. I am okay. So since I have yeah. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay. So because I have no other choice, I'm gonna have to hit myself with the potion of high. Potion of high, yeah, the potion makes you high. Alright, so what is that? The high potion?
44 plus 4.
Okay, thank you, Jeebus.
Nice.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm up by a little bit. I think I should be good for this next turn. But who knows? I might get destroyed if I don't take him down now. So... should I use it? No, I'm just gonna do it. Alright, Glory Days. Boom boom.
Well, obviously the 28 hits. And the 16 hits.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I should have rolled the hex. It's fine, I'll roll it later. The hex is a d6, correct?
Yeah. 2, 10, 12, 24, 26. Yeah, this one's down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, making it non-lethal. I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's non-lethal.
Okay.
You just,
and I'm gonna...
you just basically knock him on his ass.
Okay, and obviously the hex is gonna transfer to us. I'm just kidding. No, it's gonna be the other swordman,
To
the other
Yeah.
god.
Yep.
All right, and I think for my last action, I'm just gonna move. Should I'll let you. I'll stand by. I'll stand by for right now. I'll let you, I don't want to take all the fun away from her, so I end my turn.
All right, Asta, you're up.
So I now have 2 attacks per turn, and as a bonus action, I can take a 3rd attack since I'm frenzied. So first up, 17.
17 hits.
Oh,
The
damn.
and then the 26. So that's 14, 24. This guy is down.
Why does this give me Stamos vibes?
Oh my gosh.
I will reach down and help them up as soon as we're finished.
Yeah. Nah, you guys basically wipe the floor with these guys.
Easy.
You help them back up. They kind of look at you, and it's just like, dude, that was awesome. Where the hell did you learn to fight like that?
I mean, I had pretty basic training, but this guy had fancy training.
Well, I mean, I had a little bit of training from Master Regu, but I just went along fighting my friends, which sounds bad, I know, but not like actually fight. Like I trained with my friends, just play fighting, and I ended up getting skilled, and I also learned along this journey that we've been on. So, yeah, you guys were good too, though. Like you nearly got me.
Yeah.
Thanks for training.
Right back at you guys. Yeah. Yeah, so sorry, I had to take those off. So yeah, no, you help them up, you guys compliment each other for a bit. Isui, you see that a couple of the other campers that were also watching, including one of the guys that you first ran into. You see him. You kind of see him also kind of start talking in a different language, but you realize that it's actually similar to the one that Luz was talking in. And like after he switches back and he's like, "Man, I gotta hand it to your friends. You guys are pretty freaking awesome."
I try to I try to mimic the sounds I heard Luz making. So I'm just like, si, mi amigo. Yeah, my friends are really awesome. But your friends are really cool too. I mean, you guys must have received some really awesome training to be able to move on your feet like that.
You see him just kind of shrugging. He's like, they're mostly the fighters. I just like to tinker with stuff. I only carry a sword just for show.
Well, I mean, still pretty cool. Hey, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Leo.
Oh, good to meet you. Holy shit. Good to meet you. My name's Isui.
It's good to meet you too.
Well, wanna head down there and like rejoin the group?
Yeah, sure, why not? You guys make your way back down and just kind of talk with each other for a little bit. Then, sort of out of the blue, you hear a voice, like just a disembodied voice, be like, "Man, didn't realize there's a lot of god children out here." You guys turn around and you see in a envelope of not shadow, but it's like black fire. You see a guy sort of emerge in a black toga. For some reason, his skin is blue and his hair is on fire.
God damn it.
Nudge, nudge, nudge. Ken, do you know this guy?
Of course I know this guy.
Question is, do you guys really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that guy. I didn't even realize until now.
Wait, you didn't notice?
No, I.
uh,
I'm Jared. I'm not you.
yeah,
Oh.
no. Let me roll. I'm just gonna say roll insight.
James Woods has crashed the party.
Okay, yeah. So no, these campers basically have a general idea on who this is because I mean, by the way he looks, it's to them it seems obvious, and they're like, so they just kind of look awe-gaped, and they're like, Lord Hades, what are you doing here? Actually, before we continue,
And session.
just to show you guys who you're looking at.
My guy.
My little hurt.
You see him sort of put his hand on his chin. He's like, huh, Lord Hades. Huh, I haven't heard a mortal call me that in a long time.
Don't respect this dumb idiot person. He says to the guys, to the people who said Lord.
That's a little harsh.
Leo just looks at you and he's like, what, are you guys serious? That's Hades.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Lord of the Dead.
He's done some pretty messed up stuff to us and our family, one would say.
He's just not a good guy.
He isn't. I mean, look at him. You don't see what this, like, you see what this guy looks like. Darkness and blue hair and fire on his head. Only evil people have fire for hair.
That's a little judgmental.
Hades just kind of looks. Hades just kind of looks at you, Kenny. He's just like, "Hey, don't diss the fire throw. It could make a comeback these days."
That it could.
What are you here for, Hades?
I gotta respect the trip.
Hades just kind of walked around is just kind of walking around the arena and just kind of looking at everything. He's like, wow, had to just kind of pop by and see what's going on, you know. I mean, granted, from what I've heard, the Golden Boy isn't around anymore, which is kind of annoying because there's nothing more than I'd like to see him. Oh, we won't get into that anyway. But the point is I just wanted to take a look around. It's not every day you'd see an entire camp full of demigods. I mean,
Ken just kind of says, like,
you,
get to the point. Are you here to suck out their souls or something? What?
Hayes looks at you and he's like, oh, come now. Do I really seem like that much of a bad guy? That was all someone else's gig.
What have you done to Hercules?
Hayes looks at you and is like, okay, yeah, so I had a thing against Hercules. He was gonna thwart my plans. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be pissed off at a guy who's thwarting plans? Right?
Yes,
I mean,
your plans for taking over the world. Of course, I'm glad he's done that.
He's
But-
like, nah,
Hades. Hades waves his fingers like, not take over the world, take over Olympus. There's a difference, kid. You ought to really look at it. Shady Ken just kind of appears and he's like, who the fuck is this guy?
I'll tell you later. He's like, well, Olympus, from what I've heard, is a place meant to be shared by the gods, not to be ruled over by, like, you know, one supreme being that does, like, you know, everything and enslaves everybody. Yes, Zeus, like, you know, does the ruling, but he does it, like, you know, with kindness and, you know, compassion. Someone like you would never understand.
Oh, please. You have any idea how boring it is in hell?
Oh, now you're calling it that, huh? It used to be the underworld, remember? You take pride in that.
Underworld, hell, potato, it's all basically the same place. I mean, seriously, have you ever actually been there?
No? I don't want to, and I don't plan to.
Yeah. Yeah, look, okay, so yes, I had to think against Hercules. Yes, I want to take over Olympus, but come on. Come on now. Now, I'm still technically a god now, aren't I? You see the campers are very confused at what's going on and why you're talking sass to a god.
And you know what people do to gods? You know what us mortals have power over? Like, us mortals have only one power over a god. Is that we don't have to believe in you. And I sure as hell don't. So, God or not, you can get the hell out of my face. And leave these children alone.
Isui stands
yeesh,
behind him,
yeah.
arms folded, and goes, "Yeah."
You were just agreeing with him. Stop it.
I am standing there visibly confused because Asta does not know Kingdom Hearts lore.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Asa, you're just as confused as the campers, because you just basically see Ken and Isui talking to a guy with fire for hair, and you're just like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, okay, look. I'm not here to provide any sort of bad problem, whatever thing you're thinking of. I came here for a proposition, and honestly, I was gonna talk to your man horse friend Chiron about it.
Well, okay. Well, he ponders this. He's just gonna say, then I will accompany you. If I see any hostility, then, you'll be getting the blade. He pulls out his keyblade.
You can see Hades slightly wincing, and he's like, yeah, I forgot you were another one of those guys. Anyway, look.
So you know their power.
Are you kidding me? I've had to fight, whatever his name is and his two little lackeys. Look, alright. You don't like me coming along on this? That's fine. That's your own problem. But your man-horse friend knows I'm here. He knows that I got an idea for you guys. And he's more than willing to deal with it. I mean, for goodness sakes, they worship me here. I mean, do you have any idea how amazed I was when I saw that there was Spanish-speaking babyface kid? He points over to Leo. What the hell are they called? Cabins, Lord Hades? Cabins. Do you have any idea how surprised I was when I saw that I had a cabin dedicated to me? And children! Jesus Christ! Did you know I had a son? I honestly surprise myself sometimes. Anyway, look. Man-horse knows I'm here. He knows I got an idea. It's all taken care of. So if you want to try and charge yourself as security for whatever he's got going on, that's all fine and dandy. But hey, it's your own problem. And he just kind of vanishes in black fire.
Hades, do you know Jesus?
Oh my god. Hey, do you have a second to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Oh my god. He's just gonna say, and since he vanishes, he's like, I guess I have to go to Chiron. Where's this? Okay, so he said he had to help with an archery class, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, so he says to everybody else, alright, well, it looks like I have some security business to take care of. Asta, I will tell you about him later. He's bad news. Just that's all you have to really worry about.
Yeah, and you see, you guys see Leo and a couple of the other campers are just kind of confused and are like, what just happened?
Huh?
Oh, hi, Wyra.
Hi.
Hey,
I'm like, what did I do?
Not you. You actually missed out on quite a bit.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So,
We're in Camp Half-Blood now, right?
Yes. So basically what's happened within Camp Half-Blood, because trying to explain the last 3 episodes is going to take a while. What happened in Camp Half-Blood is you guys were brought into the camp. You were introduced to Chiron. He gave you a tour. Ken and Asta decided
Wait,
to...
was that the centaur?
Yeah, the man horse.
Okay. Centaur. He's a centaur.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
the meme. The meme is the.
It's much nicer than saying man horse, which sounds like something else.
See, that's the
I'm-
point.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
You just
Okay, so you guys...
Don't-
You'll watch the rest of the last episode. Anyway, you guys were introduced to Chiron. He gave you the tour. Asta and Ken decided to go to the Coliseum to try and spar with a couple of the campers. They won the fight. Hades showed up out of nowhere,
Of course.
and yeah. Except for it's not Rick Riordan's Hades. It's the Olympus Coliseum Hades from Hercules.
Disney.
Difference?
It's the Disney Hades. He's a little more There's
He's
actually
James
a bit of there's actually
wait.
a bit of a difference.
Wait. So the Disney Hades crossed into
In-
the world of Camp
yes, yes.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, alright. I shouldn't be surprised about that.
it's Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's Kingdom Hearts and Disney. So
Okay.
so he said that he said that he had an idea he was going to introduce to the camp, and Chiron knew that he was here. The campers are confused. Asta's confused. Ken and Isui are just simply like, okay, what the hell is he doing here?
Wait, so they know him?
Yeah. Ken and Isui know this particular form of Hades because the movie Hercules has been a part of the Kingdom Hearts franchise for a good long while. So Hades is Disney Hades is considered to be one of the top minor villains in Kingdom Hearts.
And we never actually get to really fight him.
Kingdom Hearts 2, but not by much.
But I'm like, alright. So, what's the play here, Ken?
I don't know, but I'm just gonna go where Chiron is so I can just stay and watch over Hades and make sure he doesn't do anything to these children here.
Should I go with you?
Y'all can come do whatever y'all want. I just need to make sure that this place is safe from him.
We should probably all tag along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tag along.
E-
I haven't
Alright,
done much,
so you guys make your way out of the Coliseum
Make my way.
and head over to the direction where Chiron was going, because you guys don't technically know where the archery range is. You do see Chiron teaching a bunch of campers. You see, actually, hey, I actually have character art to show
Oh.
of Chiron, because Google and the power of fan art.
Please live up to. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and the power of fan art, because official art sucks
Not always.
Oh.
sometimes.
Painting.
Yeah, so you see Chiron. Yeah, no, you see Chiron over at the archery range. He's teaching a bunch of kids. He's got a bunch of kids over there, and he sees you guys coming up, and he's like, "Oh, hello. Oh, have you guys been enjoying the grounds so far?"
Yes, but we have a problem. I killed him. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, no.
Don't joke about that, Ken.
No, that was me out of character saying that.
Oh.
He says, yeah, well, I mean, how do I... Hades is here. And I don't think it's your Hades.
Yeah.
You
It's
see,
definitely not his Hades.
yeah, you see some of the campers are kind of whispering and they're like, Hades is here? What is he doing here? And then yada yada. What do they mean? Yada. You see Karen puts a hand down and he's like, children, please. That'll be enough. We will continue our lesson later. For now we'll be adjourned. You see they all nod and kind of make their own way across around the camp, and then Karen makes his way to you and he's like, children, I am aware that Lord Hades is within the campgrounds. He actually approached me. He's saying that he had an idea for a certain project or something. It was a little vague at first, but he said he would reveal it later on in the day. However, I am a little confused as what you mean when you say that he's not our Hades.
Okay, so
Well,
let me run
if
this
you are
down.
not at all fazed by who approached you, then definitely both of them are here. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Well, okay, so let me describe this man to you, and let me see if you know. Does this person happen to have dark blue skin, almost gray, with yellow eyes and flaming blue hair? The person who you meant to see.
His appearance did match that description, yes.
Okay, well then that's actually good. But I will be accompanying you because I know what this guy, this person is made of, and he'll do anything to get what he wants. And I'm pretty sure you're keen enough to notice, but this is kind of our problem too because we've known him for a lot longer than you have. No disrespect, but I do want to accompany you. Make sure everything goes good, nicely. Make sure nobody else is hurt.
Yeah, whether you want it or not, I'm sticking around as well.
Same here.
You see, he's a little confused, and he's like, children, I understand that the idea of the gods being real can be a bit confusing and whatnot, but I have been around for as long as the times of ancient Greece, and yes, while Hades had been a little more archaic and bent on the destruction of the gods in Olympus before, he is not the same as he once was. He has
Okay, well, here's the thing. Your Hades and these guys' Hades are two different Hades. There's probably way more Hades than just those two in the multiverse, but let's just concentrate on these two. They are two different people. I don't know about your Hades, but they don't trust their Hades, so I'm going to stick with them because I trust them more than I do Hades.
By the way, there's
Yeah,
a multiverse. No big deal.
Yeah, sorry for mixing that in.
Let's not break these guys' minds, okay? They're not ready. He whispers to them.
you guys and Kyron are alone at this point, so it's not like there's any of the other campers that are within earshot.
Okay. Well, he says, yes. So the Hades you're referring to is, yes, it's not the one that you're about to see today. So we will be making sure that he doesn't.
He's sticking around for a while.
Also, if anything does end up happening, we have these. I summon a Keyblade, and he says these things hold really, really incredible power, and I'm pretty sure they can take down gods too.
They are key to helping us.
And
Cute.
also, please don't call him Lord. He doesn't deserve that. You can call your Hades Lord, but don't call him Lord. He doesn't deserve that.
You know.
He's Mr. H.
He's very egotistical,
Mr. Ego Man.
and he'll eat that up.
All right. Can give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Huh?
Nice.
Ooh, advantage. He rolls a 1.
Please don't.
He rolls 2 ones.
Please don't curse me.
Got the snake eyes.
All right, you said persuasion, right?
Persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's do this. YOLO. Oh, thank you, Libo.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys see Kyron nod as you guys are kind of talking, and then when you, Ken, when you summon your Keyblade, he kind of looks in awe, and he's like, now I'm starting to understand.
Hey, Kyron.
You are
Oh, jeez.
all a lot... You see him nod, and he's like, I'm beginning to understand now. You're all a lot like Sora, are you not?
Wait.
You know Sora?
Huh?
He chuckles and he's like, well, I was personally never introduced to Sora, but as I said before, I had been around since the times of ancient Greece. Yes, and the tales of Hercules have, well, let's just say some of the certain knowledge of Hercules and his deeds had to be, well, changed due to Sora's presence. But yes, I am familiar with Sora in particular.
That doesn't make sense. What about this world's Hercules? Because like, if you've heard of Sora and you've heard of that Hercules, then how do you even know about this? Our Hercules, at least.
Is there only one?
Well, I mean, there's this world because gods, but then there's ours that we faced before, or that we've like seen before, that we know exists. So how do you know about our Hercules? I say to Chiron.
I'm not entirely sure. The trials of Hercules has been a part of the ancient history of the gods for a long time, and well, like I said before, the actual true history behind his deeds had to be somewhat altered because, well, who would believe that a kid with a giant key would just appear out of nowhere to help him out? Might I ask, how much time has elapsed since Sora and his deeds with Hercules for you?
We said, wait, could you rephrase that?
He asked how long has it been since Sora and Hercules, basically.
About 3 or so years. They say about
it's been like about 3 to 4-ish years. He just kind of looks it on. He's like, oh. That is definitely quite a conundrum. What has been only a few years for you seems to have apparently been a little bit longer for us. It is definitely most curious.
Huh. Well, I mean, odd.
Time must move differently in different worlds, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the last time you saw him, of course, he was still a 14-year-old kid, right? Or more.
As I said, I personally had not been introduced to Sora, but from what I heard from what I've heard, he was about around that age. Yes.
By now, I mean, he should be about 17, 18, around my age or so. So yeah, it's gonna be very odd when you've heard the tales of Sora for so long, and then he still ends up being alive and still a young boy.
That is
Like,
particular. That is quite. That would be quite troubling. Yes.
but yeah, so he's just gonna keep on the conversation, but he's still gonna keep guard and make sure that Hades doesn't just come in and like swipe his medallions or something. I don't know. You don't know what he's capable of. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Kyron looks to you and he's like, "Well, I'm like, well. With all that said, this definitely does bring to light a few things of what has happened recently, but if what you're saying is true, and this Hades is the one from back then, how is it that he got to this particular time period?"
See, now that's the thing. It's probably the same way we arrived here. I mean, as we said before, I mean, there are many worlds out there, and they were all, they're all separated through an empty void. So he must have used that void made of darkness to travel, or he probably had a gummy ship or so, because that's what we used to get here. I mean, because you can tell just you can tell from just our attire, we're not from here.
No, evidently not. Well, well, until then, I do believe that we should get on with the rest of our activities until dinner time. He looks to you, Ken, he's like, "I do, my young boy, I do appreciate you bringing this to my attention. However, I do not believe that it'll be necessary until Hades decides to make his announcement, which, if anything, will probably be around dinner time itself. So, for the remainder, you are welcome to relieve yourself of your so-called security, of your self-dedicated security, and you're free to prepare yourselves in however you deem necessary for what Hades has to offer."
Okay. I'll still be on the lookout, but I'll I'll do what you say.
Very well. I will see you until then. He then makes his way.
Hey, Chiron.
He then makes his way to. Oh, yes. What is it?
Okay, this is gonna be a weird question. Did you know Jesus? Was there ever a Jesus that you met, knew, acquainted with?
He chuckles and he's like, my dear, I am more familiar with the Greek pantheon than the Christian belief of a single individual immortal.
Okay.
Now, whether or not that means that
out of character. I believe in like the second book, he said something like, "We are gods, but the God is a much bigger entity than all of us." So, if he heard you say something about God or Jesus, he would probably be like, "Oh, he's a different entity altogether than us. He's way up there. We're down here, and we're still gods." Something like that. He said that in like the first or second book, the first book, I think, when Percy asked. Just for your information.
I didn't read the book, so I mean.
Well, that's why I'm explaining.
Well, it was worth a shot. I mean, you know.
So hang on, he can just look at Ace and be like, "Who's this Jesus character? And how do you know about him? I've never heard of this person."
Okay, so there was this book. I would like to share with you the most amazing book. There was this.
My God.
There basically.
Knocking on my door at this point.
When I was, oh shit, my memory.
It's fraction.
Aqua showed me this book, and it basically detailed the journey of this guy that was a healer.
Like, what? Like Asta? The healer?
Sort of, but like, you know how like some people can't see, so like he would make them see.
He would perform miracles.
What kind of?
In an easier way to explain it. I explain.
He's pretty
It
great.
can.
Wait, he can give them medicine, and that's how they heal.
So long story short, he is this person that a long time ago, according to this book, came to Earth as a mortal being. Like he was a god and came to Earth as a mortal being. I'm not part of this belief, so please forgive me if I explain it wrong. And he grew up and started performing these miracles for people. Like someone couldn't see, and all of a sudden he made them be able to see. There were, I don't know, maybe over 100 people that were starving and hungry, and he would take one loaf of bread and make it enough so that everyone was full to the brim with food and they weren't hungry anymore, even though there was one loaf of bread for over 100 people. And I don't know, stuff like that. So basically, when he died, people started revering him, following his way. Well, they did when he was alive anyways. And eventually it became a religion called Christianity. And Jesus is at the center of it. And God, who's his father.
So, he can... Okay. I might need him to teach me a few things.
Shady Ken looks at Shady Ken looks at you and he's like, "Well, gee, thanks."
Okay, well you're not. You can't feed a bunch of people with the one bread of loaf.
Bread of loaf.
One loaf.
Shady Ken looks at you and he's like,
One bread of loaf.
"Fine, okay, you obviously need to get your priorities straight."
Maybe he can teach Isuri how to teleport.
Oh my god!
Okay, he wasn't magic, okay? He just performed miracles and was a very, very good person.
Well, wherever he is, I hope I can find him and get his abilities, because that would be pretty cool. Or at least give him to Asta, because you know it'll enhance her abilities.
Okay, well, good luck.
Yes. Now, any way I can actually find this character?
Probably not, unless you want to, die.
What?
Because as far as I know, the only way to know him is by dying and going to heaven.
Well, there goes our chances of having,
unless you acquire him in your heart by being a believer.
And how long does that take?
Whenever you decide to, I guess. It's a journey, I suppose. It's a journey. I mean, if you decide you want to follow him, then you start this journey towards accepting him, I believe, and following his teachings and such.
Okay, so Ken starts to ponder this. He's just like...
He's going to be in your heart, but you won't ever actually physically need him unless you die.
What's the... Okay, this sounds like a lot of backtracking.
So, please don't die.
Well,
Dawn of Fractured Memories. This is now Search for Jesus.
Sorry?
Kingdom Hearts, the Jesus edition.
Oh!
Oh my God, if we have a religious side, if our fan base has a religious side, they're probably so pissed at us right now.
We're sorry.
That or they're freaking or they're laughing because I mean that. It's,
Well,
I mean,
I'm trying not to insult it. I'm not insulting it. I'm
No.
just trying to explain it.
No,
you're like
I know we're not
For
technically
Pen,
insulting
who's
it,
from a
but
world that has no idea what that is.
yeah, no. For anyone watching, we're not insulting Jesus. If you believe in the Christianity stuff, good on you. Some of us don't. We'll respect you. Just respect us. Peace. Don't start a crusade against us.
nice public service announcement there, buddy.
PSA: we respect all religions. Just don't
We get
crusade
canceled on
us.
Twitter. We get canceled on Twitter, just like that.
Well,
All right.
hey, that's no problem for me. I don't have Twitter.
Better off.
The swinging.
I do, but I literally never use it. I literally only have it. I only have it for Carlo and Angel. That is it. I would delete it if it weren't for those two. Because I
I deleted my Facebook,
I
so
only go on it when I receive a notification that they've tweeted something.
yeah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, so he's just gonna. Can Ken look around, or like, can everybody? Does anybody want to come with me? Because I kind of want to get some stuff. If there's any shops.
I'll go with you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no, you guys can look. You guys can look around.
All right. Are there any shops?
I mean, there's the gift shop, but that's pretty much it. Aside from that, he said that Kyron said that if you needed certain things in particular, you could ask like some of the campers, depending on their godly parents.
Okay. So Ken has two things on his list really quickly. He wants to go check out the gift shop because he doesn't know what that is.
Okay, is that where you're heading first?
Yeah. Would anybody else would like? Y'all would like to
I'll
come?
go with you.
or-
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like I'm just like bringing everybody along for my weird shtick. And it's like, yeah, sure, we'll go with you. We have.
That's like a third of this campaign, dude.
Yeah, y'all don't have to like. I mean, like, I love y'all coming with me, but I mean, if y'all don't want to, y'all don't have to.
Honestly,
not
I'm a little
forcing
worried
you.
about leaving you alone with your like alternate personality. But it's okay. I would love to go shopping with you.
Yay.
All right. Yeah, you guys make your way over to the gift shop. You guys know where it is. Kyron showed you the entire campus, and I'm gonna call it a campus because I don't really know what else to call it. You see, the gift shop is a sort of smallish. They never actually described the gift shop in the books, so please give me some cred here. You see, you basically come up. The gift shop, yeah.
That's an actual thing in the book. Wow.
That's an actual thing.
You need to read the books, dude. Once you start reading
Yeah.
the books, I saw the movies first. I had no idea that there were any books. Okay, then I read the books, and then I was like, "Well, I read the first. I've read the first on the second.
Yeah.
I haven't read the second, but I read the first book entirely, and I was like, what the hell? Why
So
did they
different.
so much? They butchered themselves. There's
Yep.
it's not like Harry Potter, like all movies, they all have glitches from the books. But this one takes the fucking cake.
All right, we'll discuss this later. Hang on, we'll discuss this after the.
Read the books.
We keep getting.
Yeah, read the books first. That's all I have to say.
That's a little late.
Yeah, if you've already seen the movies, then I suggest you purify your soul with reading the books.
Yes, please.
Well, Alone as movies themselves, it's not bad movies, but I can.
No, once you read the books, you can't.
Once you read the book, you absolutely hate it.
Yeah. Once you read the books, your opinion on the movies as a movie basis are just gone.
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
Anyway,
I
so
saw the movies first.
I don't remember which happened for me first, the books or the movies. I don't know. Either way, you come to a sort of small building off to the side of the camp that as soon as you walk in, you see all this stuff in there is, for the most part, orange, and they all have the Camp Half Blood logo on it. All the stuff in there, and then you see over at the register, like you see a couple of people are like manning the shop, and you see two of them are actually twins.
Oh god.
Two identical male twins. One of them sees you guys coming in, and he's like, "Oh, sweet new customers!"
Oh, man. Another Confederate powder.
That's Tempest and Locust. Did they follow us?
Here we go.
No.
Well, okay, so first when he sees everything, he's just like, whoa! What's this? He's just going around looking at different items, just like, what's this?
Yeah. No. So you see, one of them comes over and he's like, dudes, you guys have no idea how long it has been since we've seen new faces in this place.
Really? I mean, well,
You have a magic barrier around your campus, so I'd assume that's why.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is that, but you know what I mean. New Half-Bloods, new campers, that whole thing. You guys are campers, right?
yes.
Yep. Half-Blood.
Awesome. Welcome.
Yes.
Yes. My blood is half red and half green.
The guy looks at you and he's like, "Hey, a joker, I like you."
Yeah.
Anyway, my name's Connor. That idiot over there is my twin brother, Travis. And Travis is just like, "Dude, you're the idiot." And he's like, "No, you are." Anyway, what do you guys want?
What are these? He picks up the nearest orange thing next to him.
So yeah, you just basically, actually, give me just give me a luck check. Just roll d20 for me. See what you pull.
I thought this was Call of Cthulhu again. And I was like really traumatized.
Oh. Okay, so you pull. So you just basically go all over, and you pull a pair of. You pull a pair of orange shorts with like black stripes on them, and like one of the legs has like the Camp Half-Blood logo on it. And he's like, "Hey, I like your style. Those are one of the best pairs of swim trunks out here. Not gonna lie, those things are soft, they're comfy, they're nice."
I'll take them. He just picks up the first. He just grabs the first thing he says. He's like, "Yep, I'll buy this."
Nice, awesome. All right. Now it is normally a little bit expensive, but you are new customers, so I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a discount. How's that sound?
Oh my! These are so nice.
Yeah.
How much?
It's going to cost about. See, normally it costs about. Hold on, give me a sec. Hey, Travis, how much do we cost for the shorts? I think it's usually about 35. Connor just turned to you and is like, "We'll give it to you for 20."
Hey. So he's gonna count, and he's gonna pull out his geometric money, and he's gonna hand it over to the people.
Connor looks at the money. He's like, okay, foreigners, no problem. I can deal with that. You know what? Yeah, no, we can deal with that. We'll just take this. No problem.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You guys have flat money.
Hey, no, it's no problem. You guys are foreigners. I get it. Not everyone uses the same currency. That's no problem at all.
Are you sure? Because I kind of feel bad now.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're part of the camp now. You guys are camp now. We got this all taken care of. You just enjoy having those shorts.
He immediately puts them on over his regular black shorts that he wears. So he's like, my god, they look cool.
Yeah, you just basically put them on over, and yeah, no, for the most part, they do feel pretty comfy.
What do you guys want?
What is there? Because I just missed everything. Is this just like a clothes shop?
Clothes, cabin essentials, toiletries, mugs. We got a bunch of stuff. Hey, we even got some people from the Apollo cabin, or actually, I think it's Apollo cabin. I don't know. One of the ones that does like some of the artwork. We actually got some of them to actually make posters of some of the posters. He just basically goes and grabs something, grabs like a tube of paper from one of the barrels, kind of rolls it out, and you see that it's sort of an illustration of a kid with black hair and sea green eyes in a camp shirt with a sword. Or on the bottom it says Perseus Jackson, Camp Half-Blood, and he's like, I gotta tell you, these things are also some of the most popular right now. It seems like everyone's loving some of the artwork stuff. Of course, like some people want to have their own posters commissioned, and that usually takes like between 3 to 5 days. I don't know, it depends on how busy we are with trying to get with the commissions and whatnot. But yeah, no, we've got like a bunch of cool stuff in here.
Huh. Well, I'm tempted to get that shirt, but at the same time, if I ever run into him, I don't want him to see his own face on my body, which would be kind of weird. So,
it's all cool. Totally understand. Like I said, it's not just shirts. We've got posters. We've got mugs.
Hey, what about that bracelet over there? I kind of like that. I have a ton of bracelets, and I love wearing them.
Connor looks and he's like, bracelets, cool. Yeah, no, help yourself. Take a look.
I look, and then I find one that's kind of greenish, brownish, in a sort of leafy pattern. And I say, yeah, this is the one that I want.
Right on. Hey, Travis. Oh god, it's ready to go now. Travis! Yeah, what the hell do you want now? How much are we charging for the bracelets? The what? The bracelets! Like the ones that the Demeter cabin were offering? Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me check. Connor just looks and he's like, I swear on the river Styx, it seems like that my brother just loses everything sometimes. I heard that. Connor just kind of shrugs. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love him. I love him like anything. He's my brother. I mean, it's not really like you have much of a choice. I mean,
yeah, that's true. So, how much am I supposed to pay you for these? Or this?
Connor's like, oh, yeah, price. Hold on. Travis! Yeah, give me a sec. Mugs, no. Bobbleheads, we don't even have those in stock yet. Ah, here we go. Looks like we charge about normally 15. Connor's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But like I said, we'll give you a bit of a discount since you guys are new, so we'll just call it, 7?
Oh, wait, out of character. What currency are they using? Is this dollars or something completely different?
I actually have no idea at this point. Yeah, technically this is all in New York.
This is in New York.
What these two? Yeah.
Or do they have their own currency? Is this Camp Half-Blood? I think Camp Half-Blood has their own money, right?
Wait, gold doubloons or something?
No. Since this is technically in the Long Island Sound, New York, they do use dollars, but
okay, well,
when it comes, But I was gonna say, but like since it is also Camp Half Blood, one thing that I did say in last episode is that sometimes they also use golden drachmas. But I mean,
So they can
this
use
is Connor.
Because I
Yeah,
have
so they
dollars.
basically, yeah, yeah, they basically use either one. But at this point, but also this is Connor and Travis Stoll. These two are so. These two are the most. You're never sure on what these guys are talking about in particular.
All right, so I'm gonna ask. Okay, so I do have a question though. I don't have golden drachmas. I have dollars. Could I pay you in dollars?
Hey, no, absolutely, no problem. Dollars
How
worth.
much would it be in dollars?
Hold on, Travis. Yeah, is it 15 in drachmas or dollars? Oh God, we'd make a fortune if it was in drachmas. So that'd be a lot
in
more pricier.
dollars, that's a hell of a price for a $15 bracelet. You kidding me? That's for a necklace, man.
So yeah, Connor looks at you like Travis. You can hear Travis rambling. He's like, "Yeah, we would make a fortune off of it. It was in drachmas, yada 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 yada." Connor just looks at you and he's like, "We'll just call it dollars. How about that?"
So $15 for one bracelet.
But since you guys are new, we'll discount it to 7.
You know, 7 is like. All right. I just fish the dollars out of my pocket. I hand them to him, and I'm like, "Thank you for the bracelet. You might want to make $7 your actual price, because I'd sell these for 5."
Be nice to the nice people. They're offering you a nice thing.
Yes, it's a nice thing, but I've sold these bracelets. I've worked in the bracelet friendship making industry, man. I know the prices. And $15 is a lot. Unless you're making like very intricate bracelets with very, very expensive materials, then it's a different thing.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe these bracelets are made of drachma metal or whatever. I don't know what the metal that they use for their. Maybe it's made from god steel or whatever you said the metal was that they had their swords made out of. You said what was it called? God steel.
I'm not even
Celestial bronze.
Let's just buy this stuff before they raise the price.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to buy anything?
I think I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
Look at my shorts, guys. Oh my god.
They're pretty sick.
All right, no problem. Hey, glad to do business with you guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy the camp.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, man. I can just imagine just be like, Travis, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys make your way out of the gift shop. What's your guys' next objective?
Were we looking out for Hades?
Yeah, but he said he might not be around until like dinner time, so we can just like
Yeah.
I guess. Does anybody have anything that they need to buy?
I'm personally
I don't really.
stocked. Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, I'm good.
We can get an early dinner before we have to deal with this Hades person.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
That's a good idea.
All right. You guys make your way over to the dinner pavilion, whatever the hell it's actually
Mess
pronounced. Basically, it's like an open mess hall. You guys notice that it is starting to get into like the early hours of the evening, and there are some people that are kind of like sticking around in the pavilion, but others are like going back to their cabins. You see that one kid in particular is definitely staying around in the pavilion for the most part, and seems like he's asking some of the campers about something, but he's like but it's not like he's he's like having a hard time getting like straight answers from like some of the campers, and he's like, "Wait, what do you mean he was here? He didn't tell me anything." And they're like, "Whatever. I just heard that Hades was showing up tonight or something like that." And the kid's like, "No, that doesn't make any sense. He doesn't usually come out here. I would have heard about it." He's like, and the kids just kind of shrug and walk off.
We don't. Oh, well, I mean, hopefully Hades doesn't like destroy the place for everybody to know who he is. I mean, because like they don't know about this Hades. So I mean, if he's gonna end up leaving soon, like if Hades ends up actually like leaving without doing any damage, we won't have to really explain who he is to anybody. He can just come and go. So Ken is just basically just he's just gonna stay out of it. He's not gonna say anything.
All right. What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah. Really give him space. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Me too.
Asta herself has very little information, so.
All right. Yeah, you guys basically stay in the pavilion for a little bit. The hours start to dwindle as it gets closer to sunset and towards the night. After a little bit, yes, we can count this as a short rest.
All right.
I
need to get these in.
Yeah. So after a little bit, you guys hear a horn start to blow, and you see that campers from all the cabins start to make their way to the dinner pavilion. Sitting everyone's sitting at different tables. Seem to notice. Oh, I thought I glitched for a sec. Okay, you guys seem to notice that it seems like for the most part, campers who are in the same cabin also sit at the same table. For the most part, like you see, like everyone coming out from like the Demeter cabin sitting at one table. You see everyone from the Festus cabin sitting at one table. You see a couple of tables are like either not completely filled up as in comparison to some of the others, and then you see that there are a couple that you see that some campers don't actually come out from like some of the other cabins, like the one for Zeus and the one right next to it. And and then you see that the kid that was asking a question about Hades earlier is just kind of sitting at a table on its own. And you see that Chiron starts to make his way over. He's set up a temporary table for you guys off to the side of his. And
Thanks, Mr. Chiron.
Yeah. So after a while, the food starts getting served up. It seems like it's like a mix of like. It seems like for the most part, it's everyone's getting different different types of food. Like it doesn't really matter. It doesn't look like there's a set dinner specifics. It seems like it's just basically whatever you feel like having, it will get served up kind of deal. And you see that also a few people start off by first like putting a portion of their foods and putting it in the fire. You guys eat, and after a while, Chiron chimes a glass with a knife, and he says, "Attention, everyone! Before we finish tonight's meal in preparation for the games, we have a bit of an announcement to make." You see a lot of the campers are sort of kind of whispering about what's going on. Chiron raises his hand to silence them. And he says, normally we'd be playing Capture the Flag for tonight's games. However, tonight will be a little bit different per the request of an unexpected visitor.
Oh.
Before we get into things, before we get into the description of how tonight's games will go, I'd like to actually allow Lord Hades to come up and announce what the games will be. And as soon as Chiron finishes, once again, puff of black fire appears sort of right next to him. And you see Hades walks out, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Chiron. Thank you.
The Disney
Hey,
Hades?
yes, it's Disney Hades.
Okay.
You see, and he's like, "Thank you, Chiron, very much. Hey, Dionysus, how you doing?" You see, he kind of points and kind of waves to one guy on the other side of the table with Chiron, who's sipping a Coke, and he just kind of mumbles, and he's like, "Well, first off, I want to say it's nice to get out here and see what's happening." And he kind of looks over to the kid that's kind of sitting all by himself, and he's like, "Hey, kid, how you doing? Yes, I'm your dad. Moving on."
Huh?
For tonight's games, it's going to be a little bit different. Tonight, we've got ourselves a tournament. And that is where we'll leave off on today's session.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I don't trust that guy.
Nobody does. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. We're on Tuesdays and Thursdays, at least until further notice. If you guys want to watch the first episode or see our other wacky adventures, go over to YouTube at the Swing Swordsman. All of our fun adventures are there. Until then, we will see you guys next